When we think about artificial intelligence, safety is and always has been the number one priority. But what happens when the very rules designed to keep us safe start holding us back? What if an AI was intentionally built with fewer limitations? Not for chaos, mind you, but for a very specific and very high-stakes purpose. Okay, so let's break down what that really means. Pretty much every major AI you interact with has something called guardrails. The best way to think of them is like digital safety locks. They're hardwired in to stop the model from, generating harmful code or giving you dangerous instructions. And look, these restrictions are in place for some very good reasons. They're meant to be shields to prevent misuse, keep users safe, and make sure the tech stays aligned with our ethical guidelines. It is, quite simply, the responsible thing to do.
But here's the real concern. What if those same restrictions, the ones designed to protect us, are also holding back the very people trying to defend our digital world?
This is where a totally new kind of AI enters the picture. These are models trained specifically to be, cyber permissive. The idea here is to intentionally lower what's called the refusal boundary, but only for legitimate cybersecurity work that a normal model would instantly block. Think of it as a controlled power tool for experts. Its entire purpose is to give cybersecurity professionals an edge, helping them analyze malware and find system weaknesses in ways that were previously off limits for an AI assistant. So this is the absolutely crucial point. This tool is designed for the good guys. It's all about giving them the ability to perform advanced vulnerability analysis, even reverse engineer malicious code. The goal? Find and fix those security holes before the bad guys can ever get to them. But when you give someone a key that can find a vulnerability, you're also giving them a key that could exploit it. This kind of power is, by its very nature, incredibly risky. And this brings up a much bigger question, one that echoes throughout the entire history of technology. What happens when a tool built to defend falls into the wrong hands? And you can see this double-edged sword scenario perfectly right here. The same capability that helps us find and fix vulnerabilities to strengthen our defenses can be used by an attacker to develop entirely new ways to break in. It's a constant race to see who can find and act on these weaknesses first. This is where things get really, really complicated. How do you decide who gets security clearance for a tool this powerful? Some developers are trying a locked-down consortium-style approach, basically a private club of trusted groups. OpenAI has created a trusted access for cyber program where experts have to apply and get verified. But the big takeaway is this. The era of the most powerful AIs being completely open to anyone is probably coming to an end. Now, you might think this is a brand new problem, something born out of our advanced age of AI, but it's really not. This quote from IBM's Jeff Kroom just nails it. He says that for cybersecurity pros, it feels like living the same day over and over and over again. And when it comes to the debate over powerful tools, he's absolutely right. If you look back, you can see this debate has been going on for decades. Back in 1995, a vulnerability scanner called Satan, yep, that was its real name, sparked this exact same argument. More recently, you might remember when OpenAI held back GPT-2 because they were worried it was just too dangerous. And now here we are again. Cyber-permissive AI has brought this fundamental conflict roaring right back to the forefront. So, given this history, what's the path forward? Is it even possible to keep this kind of technology under wraps? When you really analyze what's at stake, the balance is striking. The potential for both incredible good and incredible harm is enormous, and they are almost perfectly matched. The power to defend is mirrored by the power to attack. But here's the crucial reality. This is a race we are already in. Malicious actors are already building their own ungoverned, unrestricted AI models. The idea that we can just keep these tools away from the good guys to stay safe, what's known as security by obscurity, it just doesn't work in the long run. And that means the goal itself has to shift. Instead of trying to prevent these tools from even existing, the focus has to be on managing access, on empowering trusted defenders, and on using these very same tools to make our own systems more resilient for the inevitable attacks to come. Which brings us to the core of it all. The question we're facing isn't just about what AI can do, but who exactly should be allowed to use it. Subscribe for deep dives into AI and technology.